Grant community, I understand that there's a panic in the grant ecosystem, and the subscribers are not happy at all because of the development in the grant ecosystem, and panic here and there. And we are looking for answers, or we have questions that are begging for answers. It is not the right thing. So far, so good, because we have not yet received an alert according to promises. And I want you to pay attention to this and read in between the line and find a balance within this message. And don't forget to subscribe, and the comment section is open for conversation. And please share this video for more hands to see it, so that they can also join us in the comment section by sharing ideas how to get this disbursement. Have a great day.
We thank the Lord for his mercies, his everyday goodnesses, and thanks be to the Lord who has loaded us with benefits on a day-to-day basis. Yes, the voice note I'm releasing tonight is actually centered on the voice note of OCG. We knew that OCG dropped a very, will I call it a very disturbing news, or very disturbing message that has to do with Uaag and AGPGN, and a lot of personalities also were called out during that like 16-minute voice note. And this has created some hanky-panky, or some ups and downs, some unsettlement and unrest within the ecosystem at the nick of the time when people were expecting disbursement. For the records, OCG was once the official spokesperson of the Uaag, and he maintained that office for a while. He has a lot to say. He knew a lot about the system. You know, of course, a spokesperson will have one or two information, or one or two things known to him in that system. But he soon fell out with the management. We have not really known. I don't possibly know what caused the fallout between him and the county director. Maybe if you know that, you can drop that in the comment section. But then he soon fell out with the management, and he became a stark enemy of the system. Whether for good or for bad, for the right or the wrong reasons, he was out to speak against the very, very voice, or the very mandate that he stood for in time. And what do you expect from such a personality who has had a fallout with the system? Everything that he knew about the system, is going to use it against the system. And that is why he's coming out at this time. We can't say that he's not privy to certain information. If you say that, then you'll not be unfair to yourself. If you say he doesn't know what he's saying, if you say he's naive, if you say he doesn't know nothing about the UAG system, then you'll be very much unfair to yourself. The fact is that even in error will still have, no matter, an iota of truth within it. You understand? Error will still have an iota of truth within it, so that it will look like it's the truth. So I believe that OCG has one or two knowledges concerning the UAG, the system, the AGPGN, but the very fact that he fell out from that scheme, not in a good light, not that he resigned with a grand finale celebration, or he resigned a kind of he resigned honorably. I think that's the word. The fact that he felt begrudged and he left the system, you should know that he cannot be 100% clean. whether he was sent out, whether they sent him out, or he voluntarily signed out. The fact remains that if he was not celebrated on his leaving out, he would definitely have one or two to speak against the system in bad light. And I'm just telling you the fact. So, if he is advocating, because he has said one or two things concerning the advocacy for AGPGN, and this current unrest and tension that has swept across various platforms and social media spaces, that is following the circulation of his voice note from an individual, from his personality, that OCG's personality, who claims to be the spokesperson, the former spokesperson of the UAAG, is both detrimental to the system, is dangerous to the economy. That his voice note has triggered anxiety, it has triggered confusion, it has triggered disappointment among many hopeful Nigerians who have been patiently waiting for the disbursement of these promised grants. And at a critical time like this, when the masses are expecting transparency, unity, and progress, is unfortunate, very much truly unfortunate, that someone of his caliber should represent integrity, who should represent integrity and clarity, but rather he has instead become a source of chaos and misinformation within the grand ecosystem. He speaks with this kind of confidence that he knew all things concerning UAG. So what do you want to tell me about it? That there's no grant in the system, nothing to pay. That he even boasted and said, even till this time, or December or November next year, UAG will have nothing to pay. But you are not God. OCG is not God. Now, he seems to be advocating for AGPGN right now. He's in their camp. And if AGPGN begins to rejoice that OCG is backing them up, I'm sorry for you. Because if he did that to his boss at first, don't think you are spared. AGPGN, don't think that you could be spared. He might be advocating for fund and support for you today, but if he did that to his boss before, he can do it again to you. So you have to be on your toes and watch out. Yes, it is clear from OCG's words and affiliations that he has chosen to side with the controversial AGPGN, who has also fallen out with UAAG group. AGPGN is an organization that is known to collect registration fees also from Nigerians and promised palliatives that has yet to see the light of the day. And this also raises some serious moral question. Should the suffering masses continue to be exploited? Should they continue to be manipulated? Should they continue to be deceived? OCG's recent statement suggests not only a lack of direction, but also a deliberate attempt to confuse the public and derail the hopes of thousands who are in expectation. His request for the people to once again start donating food items and money to AGPGN at this sensitive time is both suspicious and insensitive. Nigerians have endured enough. They have waited in faith, in hope, in tranquility, in patience for something tangible and life-changing, not another round of exploitation disguised as support. Let us be clear. OCG's antics and attempts at eye service simply to stay in the good books of AGPGN or secure personal relevance will not succeed. The people are now awake. They are more informed. They are discerning. They're ready to question every move. And deception can no longer thrive where light has entered. To those who may feel discouraged or shaken by the current voice note of OCG, we urge you, do not be moved. Do not be moved. And I say again, do not be moved. The truth remains that disbursement is closer than ever before. It may not be moving as fast as we want it, but divine processes cannot be hurried by the noise of doubters. If OCG insists that there are no funds or grants under UAG, then we humbly ask him to hold his peace. Let him step aside and watch how God will surprise his people. We strongly believe that very soon the truth will speak for itself. And those who try to mock the process would be put to shame. Without malice, but with conviction, OCG, on this assignment, it appears you have failed in your attempts to derail the people or derail their hopes from believing in what is coming for them. Your words has no weight because the subscribers are now fully awake and the era of blind followership is over. We encourage every true beneficiary to remain strong in faith. Continue to pray. Continue to trust in the Lord. Let your hope remain alive. We are convinced that in just a matter of days, God will show up for his people. And this long-awaited disbursement would happen. And every tear, every sacrifice, every sleepless night would be rewarded. Let no voice of confusion discourage you. Let no messenger of doubt dissuade you. Stay focused, stay prepared, for he who has begun a good work will surely bring it to completion. We won't say more than this because God is involved in this matter. With hope and strength, and this submission also has a tagline, Kendra Investment. You see, we know that God will do the best for us if we were able to fight Honorable Farouk to his words on a standstill, who came months ago and said there's no grant anywhere to be disbursed, but now his voice is on a silent mode. I think OCG2 will be stopped in his boots. Yes, there is grant to be disbursed, and you have to know that for fact. There is money in the system. If you are elderly here, I'm really concerned about your health status. Don't let anything move you. Don't let anything shift your faith or focus. Be strong. Please, be strong. The faith you've been having before, intensify efforts on it right now and be intentional. Don't let the devil bamboozle you or use anybody to make you trust otherwise. Don't put it on your head. What voices you are hearing now that sounds negative, don't put it on your head to weaken you, to weary you, to set you at edge. But just believe that God has a good purpose for you and is going to bring it to actual pass.